Hello everyone, in this video I will make you learn about parts of a sentence under which you are going to understand about subject, verb, object, that how these three plays important role in framing meaningful sentence in a proper order. So let's start. So first of all I am going to tell you about the subject. Subject means who or what. Subject is the doer. Doer means whatever action is performed by the subject, that comes under doer. Subject is the doer of the action by whom some action is performed or done. For example, I am teaching English. So right now I am teaching English. So I is the subject because I am doing this work. This action is done by me, I. So I is the subject. Now, the second one is verb. Verb means action or state. Whatever action is being performed by the subject, that comes under verb. Right now, I am teaching English. So, teaching is the action that is performed by the subject. So, that comes under verb. Now, the third one is object. What type of action is received by the doer? Doer means the subject. So, I am teaching English. So, English is the object. Let me explain you with some example. Here the first example is Neetu eats mango. So, what is the subject in the sentence? Neetu. Neetu is the doer of this action. This action is performed by whom? Neetu. So, the subject will be Neetu. Now, what will be the verb in the sentence? Eats. What will be the verb in the sentence? Eats. Why eats? Because this is the action which is performed by the subject. So whatever action is performed by the subject, that comes under verb. So here Neetu eats. Eats is the action that is done by the subject. Now the third one is object. Now what will be the object in the sentence? Mango. Mango. What will be the object? Mango. Mango is the object. Why? Because whatever the thing received by the action, that comes under object. Here Neetu eats mango. Mango is the object. The thing receiving action here eats what? Mango. So mango will come under object. So I think it is clear to you all that what is subject, what is verb and what is object. I am writing over here subject, verb, object. Let's take one more example. The policeman caught the thief. The policeman caught the thief. Now in this sentence, I am going to tell you that what is the subject, verb and at last what is the object. So first of all, let me tell you that what is the subject in this sentence. In this sentence, the policeman is the subject. Now, your question will be that why the policeman? Because this action is performed by whom? Who is the doer? Who is the doer in this sentence? The policeman. So, the policeman is the subject. Clear to you all? Because this action is performed by the subject. That what kind of action he is doing? He caught the thief. The policeman caught the thief. So, caught is the action. Now, the second one, verb. What will be the verb in the sentence? Caught. What will be the verb in the sentence? Caught. Why caught? Because this is the type of action that is performed by the subject, and the subject already I have told you, the policeman. So the verb will be caught. What will be the verb? Caught. Now the third one is the thief. The thief. The thief is the object. The thief is the object. Let me write the object here. The thief. The thief is the object because the thief is the object because he is the receiver of the action performed by the subject, the policeman. So, the thief is the object. So, I think it is now clear to you all that what is the subject in the sentence? The policeman, verb caught, and the object, the thief. My dear listeners and watcher, one more thing I want to tell you that when we frame sentence, then you should follow the structure. That is, first of all, we used to write the subject, then the verb, and at last the object. This is the sequence that we should follow while framing the sentence. Sometimes object is not needed or required. For example, I am writing here Radhika, subject, laughs, verb. But if present, it follows the verb in the sentence. So, that also I have told you that in some sentence there is no object. So, we used to write subject and verb. That will also complete the sentence. Radhika laughs. Let's take some few examples more so that it will help you to recognize that what is the subject, verb and object. How it plays important role in framing sentence. So number 1, I am taking here the lion ate the flesh. So what will be the subject in the sentence? Lion. Lion is the subject because this action is done by the lion. Lion is the doer who performed the action. What kind of action the lion used to perform? Ate the flesh. Ate is the action. Now, the second verb. What is the verb in the sentence? Ate. Ate. As I have already told you that action comes under verb. So, what kind of action lion is performing here? Ate. Lion ate. Now, the third one is object. Object. Flesh. Flesh is the object in this sentence. Now, let me take one more example. Vedika reads a book. Vedika reads a book. What will be the subject in the sentence? Vedika. Vedika is the subject. This action is done by whom? Vedika. Vedika is the doer who is performing the action. What kind of action? Reads a book. Now, next. Verb. What is verb in the sentence? Reads. This is action that is performed by the subject. What kind of action? Reads. Now, the third one. Object. What is object in the sentence? Book. Book. Book is the object. So now I think this sentence helps you to understand that what is subject, verb, object. Thank you for watching this video. Hope this topic will be very helpful for you all.